to the S's.
I think Pretzel got crunched coming through the first turn. What a weird, wonderful collection of cars.
Bruce Peacock also nudging up there on the inside, and the Nissan as they head up out of BP corner and down towards Kolb. Here they come, Gordon Mitchell. There's the gap.
There's a big gap back in the field, I can tell you. About half a dozen of them have taken themselves out.
However, local streetcar racing from Wanneroo Park, and there's our race leader, Gordon Mitchell. As I recall, 12 months ago, he was the standout performer in this class here.
That's right. I think yesterday, when running one of his other cars, he also had a problem, and that was, I think, in the sports sedans. He stuck one into the fence, but this little car, the little Fiat, is performing very well. He qualified third. Bear in mind that these cars all run on radial tyres.
It must be road registered. Is that right?
That's right. Look at the battle here for the lead, though, Gary, as they come down the pit straight, and in second place is Trevor Hine in car number 6. He was the driver that partnered Simon Emmeling's assault on Bathurst last year in the BMW 635. Now tries to find a way through on the outside. Can't do it out there. There's plenty of marbles. These cars, if you are a 4 or a 6-cylinder vehicle owner, then you must run a 7-inch rim. If it's a V8, you must run an 8-inch rim. And as I said, radial tyres. The majority of them use the Yokohama 001R compound, which is a very soft and sticky road type tyre, and it works quite well, but they still get a bit of a lurch up like a road car does when you give it some mumbo, and it provides some great racing.
Mitchell coming down to the right-hander at Kolb corner and comes out of there nicely.
Round goes the Bolwell. So Steve Pretzel in strife back at Kolb corner. I think he may have lost the vehicle down there whilst in third, as the two leaders wander back down over the top of the hill and down towards the braking area. The Nissan is now in third place. That's Bruce Peacock in car 15. The old Gary Scott, Fred Gibson Nissan Bluebird. So indeed we did lose the Bolwell. And there it is, car number 10.
I tell you, when you come here to the sunny west, Wanneroo has got the best sand traps of any motor racing circuit in Australia, and they're natural.
And it's no good coming back to the team manager and saying I bogged it in the sand trap, because there's about 14 different options.
To Castrol corner again. Mitchell finds Trevor Hine just pecking away here at the inside. As they head up out of BP corner, there's the Nissan coming through, of course. Bruce Peacock in car number 15. But they've dropped Peacock off on the run from BP corner to the top of the hill.
Remember that this vehicle remains the fastest Group C touring car around the 6.1 odd kilometres of the Mount Panorama course at Bathurst, and it's now on radial tyres. That's not the exact vehicle, but certainly the same as. As I said, that one was run by Gary Scott, I think, on a couple of occasions, and if my memory serves me correctly, it backed into the fence at Wanneroo Park pretty heavily one day a few years back. Fred Gibson also ran the car, but look at those enormous flares and the smaller radial tyres under there. That would be a handful. I think, from memory again, they produce somewhere just in excess of about 300 brake horsepower. Very fiery little motor vehicle, and we can all recall just how quick George Fury was at Bathurst a few years ago before the demise of Group C touring cars in Australia. So the Nissan doing very nicely at the moment in the hands of Bruce Peacock. Qualified fourth with a time of 69.42. And he was about 2/10 slower than Gordon Mitchell in car 7, who leads this event. In the TVW7 sponsored Fiat. Through the Chicali S's. A very good shot there, head on from ahead of the cars, and you can just see how unsettled the vehicle gets when you come over that rise and then have to plunge through the left hand. You can see a yellow flag out there as well, so somebody is off to the side of the course coming down this hill and to the right-hander. And this one extremely tough on brakes. Peacock under some pressure as well. He can't afford to relax too much. And here's our leaders over the top of the hill. And Gordon Mitchell still in car number 7, the Fiat, from Trevor Hine, car number 6. We're coming up now to half race distance. And so 4 laps have been covered, 4 to go. And Mitchell with about half a second over Trevor Hine.
To Castrol corner, and as they exit the turn, Gordon Mitchell continuing to lead this streetcar race at Wanneroo in car number 7, the Fiat. Doing it nicely. Comes down through the S's into BP corner, then the gradual climb out of the turn to the top of the hill. Little
Mitchell,
skatey coming out of there.
It's all white knuckle fever in these cars around here on those tyres. Mitchell now threading his way through some of the slower traffic. Let's have a look on the Castrol scoreboard at the order, and it's Mitchell leading in 7 from Hine, and third is Bruce Peacock in car 15.
At Wanneroo with just over a lap remaining in the streetcar scratch race. Last lap board is out now, in fact, for the race leaders. Among them, number 7, Gordon Mitchell, on screen. Just passing by car 24, the Volvo that's usually driven by Simon Templar.
And with a sunroof.
Yes, that's the one.
You'd have to have one in Perth, wouldn't you?
Simon Templar's not at the wheel today. It's being driven by Brian Cull. And it's certainly a light of other days, I think.
Well, Gordon Mitchell has now opened up quite a handy gap over his nearest rival, Trevor Hine, in car 6 in the Lotus Elan. Mitchell taking a rather unusual line there to try and round up some of this slower traffic. Gee, look at it, it's really congested coming down into the right-hander at Kolb Corner. Back on the gas and rounding up, as I say, some of the slower traffic. It's a very potent little motor vehicle, this car, as he climbs over the hill and then plunges down the other side. It's a real roller coaster ride when in a car. And as I've mentioned on a couple of occasions, very hard on brakes as he comes down to this 90-degree right-hander. And Mitchell now well and truly in command as he comes down towards the checkered flag, and it'll be Mitchell in car number 7 who takes the win in the streets car scratch race. Second place goes to car 6, Trevor Hine. And third placing will go to, in fact, I was going to say Peacock. He's just dropped out, and I think it was car number 37, and that was Mark Rogers in the Mazda.
Well, a good win there to Gordon Mitchell in car number 7. As I mentioned before, he certainly has been the standout street car racer here in Western Australia. I recall, as I said before, that he was top of the pops here 12 months ago during our Wanneroo Park telecast, and they're a very popular division of competition, keeping in mind that the West has to support many of the car categories that